Hey everyone, Johnny here, Don't Speak News. Well, the IRGC has finished off an Amazon data center and says U.S. fatalities are in the hundreds. This is from Al Mayadeen right here. Same headline, but I'm going to use the excerpts here that Brian over at Health Impact News put up for us. So here's some excerpts. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, or the IRGC, announced on Friday that its forces have destroyed the remaining building of an Amazon company data center and a large ammunition depot at a U.S. base as part of ongoing operations against American military assets in the region. In a statement, the IRGC said its fighters in the 27th wave of Operation Nasser II, in completion of their previous operation against the Data Intelligence Center of the American company Amazon, which plays the main role in completing the intelligence of the U.S. child-killing army, targeted and destroyed the remaining building of this center. Now, the IRGC added that punitive operations by its fighters are continuing, and regarding U.S. casualty figures, the IRGC stated that the American military has suffered hundreds of deaths and a significantly higher number of wounded during the 5-month war. I agree. And there's all kinds of people saying it, but the American media just absolutely refuses and says it's fake news. And of course, so does CENTCOM and so does the Pentagon. Because just like their leader, Donald Trump, if their lips are moving, they're lying about something. Anyway, the statement said the daily evacuation of large numbers of wounded via ambulance aircraft to an American hospital in Germany is clear evidence of high casualties. Yes, in fact, they've sent a lot of doctors over there as well to Germany. The U.S. military, which has suffered hundreds of fatalities and many more wounded during the past 5 months of war, is lying to its own people by claiming it has sustained fewer than 20 deaths. Yeah, when they say they're in the hundreds. So who's right? It's probably somewhere in the middle. The IRGC cited the daily evacuation of large numbers of wounded by medical evacuation aircraft to a U.S. hospital in Germany as clear evidence of the scale of its casualties. And so I'll put the link to this article on the website, don'tspeaknews.com, as always. And that's really all I've got right now for this particular segment. I saw this and I thought, wow, the IRGC is really finishing off U.S. assets in the Gulf region. And there's absolutely nothing they can do about it at this point because they're running out of interceptor missiles. Their Patriots and so on are just about exhausted because they gave so many to Ukraine and so many to Israel and so on. So now the U.S. doesn't have much to defend themselves with. Anyway, that's the latest in the war between Iran and America. Israel's not involved yet, but rumor has it that they're opening up their emergency hospitals in Israel this weekend in anticipation of an attack from Iran. And so I guess they're expecting the attacks from the U.S. to be terrible enough to where Iran will also retaliate against Israel, is what I'm seeing. So anyway, that will be it for this segment. Don't forget, don'tspeaknews.com is home base for all that we do. I've got over 3,500 stories here now since 2019. So we've been around 7 years, just over 7 years now. Of course, the channel's been around longer than that, but the website itself has been 7 years. And so I put all kinds of stories here that we can't speak about anywhere else. That's why the website exists. And of course, we've got some new stuff here, like the Dr. Water Hydrogen Water Products store that I have here under this tab. So if you want to check out our hydrogen water products, our link is right here underneath that tab. And then there's also a sale going on these tumblers, which it's a pretty good sale. I really like these tumblers, quite handy. And then if you want to subscribe or contact me, click on this tab here. And all the ways to subscribe to the channel are right there. Type in your email, click on subscribe, and there you go. Don't Speak News or Proton Mail is how you get in touch with me. And for channel support, if you just want to support the channel in general, you can click on this tab here. And all the ways to support us are listed here. Now, speaking of support, we are having a weekend sale on my Substack blog because I have a subscription, optional subscription if you want to pay for a subscription. And so since it's my birthday weekend this weekend, we're having 50% off all annual subscriptions. So that brings it to $30 for the year. You can't beat that. And I'm doing it just to generate some more paid subscriptions and also to pay some bills around here. And also it's my birthday, so I figured we'd do something different and have a sale. And like I said, in the process, generate some new paid subscriptions. So we got that going on if you like to support us that way. And I also put up a new blog post this morning about how drinking hydrogen water helps our pets' health as well. My cats absolutely love it. They're both senior kitties. Let's see, Pip is 13 now and Jack is 15, and they absolutely love it. I mean, they'll actually sit there and wait for me to pour it in their dish when they hear the beeper go off. So there's a lot of good information here about how it works, all the benefits for them, especially those of us who have senior cats with kidney issues like we do. And so the two senior cats we have left have the beginning stages of kidney failure, and we're hoping this is going to help them. And all indications are that it will. They've certainly been peeing more because they're drinking a lot more water. And that's what we need. We need to keep them flushed out. So that article is new, and that's up on the Substack blog, which is called Don't Speak Health News. And there we go. That's it for now. God bless. Take care. Johnny Storm, Don't Speak News.